Hello, love. So excited. We just welcomed in a whole group of new ladies. Transform Boss is closed for open enrollment. And I tell you, I get so excited about new women coming in and learning this work and showing up for themselves. I love it. I love all my clients. I love all of them, actually. I really do. I just want their success. I just want it. So here we go, ladies. I know we're getting ready to head into November. It's October and we're starting to, I like to call it power down. You know what happens at the end of the year? It's like, oh, like it's been a year, right? And we just want to like hibernate, I think. And then we also, right, have the holidays and it starts to get busy and food and traditions. It's like it's calling your name. And it may feel like, oh, here I go again. Here comes the extra 10 pounds, the busyness, all the things. I'll wait until the new year, right? We start having this conversation like, I'll just wait till the new year. I really find that you got 2 months, you got, 75 days, right? Something like that. Like, yeah, let's go. Let's finish strong. It's important to learn how to still care and show up for yourself during the holidays because the holidays are just really, and what I mean by that, they're no different. Every month has its challenges and amazingness and goodness. And if you give up now, I want you to hear this. If you give up now on yourself, you will give up in the new year, right? Because you're creating this habit of giving yourself an excuse to quit on yourself. And I want to talk about the holidays and why sometimes they can feel harder. And I think the first part really is like emotional eating. And the holiday season, it can bring up a lot of emotion, right? I think about this every year because I lost my mom and I just miss her so during the holidays. I do. I miss her so much. I wish she was here. Holidays were a big deal to my mom and she made them special for all of us. And ladies, I feel the loss and grief of her every holiday season. And then also maybe it's, the loss of relationships in your life, or maybe you think your life should be different and have other relationships that you may not have. And so you're feeling, pain from that. And then also maybe it's just the stress of trying to make everything perfect. You're trying to do all the things for all the humans. Maybe you have some financial stress, right? So like, because you're trying to do all the things and buy the perfect gifts and all the things, and you're just feeling like so many different emotions. And so the thing, if you're listening to this podcast, I would think you probably are like me. And, I needed food for comfort. And it was my comfort. It was the way I coped. And so when I was feeling a lot of emotions, I would numb myself with food. And so holidays can bring all of that out. Now, the second reason I think the holidays is that for many of you in the country, it's winter and winter's coming. And it gets darker earlier, even here in Arizona. And it's a little bit of hibernation, right? Maybe during the summer you were busy and you were out and you were walking and you're like, ooh, doing yard work, feeling great, gardening, all the things. And then here's the winter. Cold, it's, a little darker. It's, the sun's gone, it's snowstorms where, and so you start to give yourself reasons why, oh, I need comfort. I know, back to that comfort. I need comfort, and comfort to me is food and a big warm blanket. Now, I love a big warm blanket, ladies. I love food too. But this is like just the way that we just kind of like ease ourselves out of like allowing ourselves to show up for ourselves. The third is burnout. This is for all my ladies who have just ran themselves ragged, or maybe you just had a year this year, right? I'm talking to you if this is the year. You just like, Shan, maybe it's been a couple years and your body is just like shutting down. It's like, I need rest. I need comfort. I just, right? And so then again, back to that like association that we have made in our brain of rest equals comfort equals food. Usually it's food that maybe doesn't even make us feel that good. When we're burnt out, when, we're just living in that automatic and that primitive brain. This is important to know because when you're living in that brain, and we all have, I don't want you to judge yourself for this. This is important. Don't beat yourself up. Just know, like, sometimes I think most of us have gotten to this point. I know I have. I always think back to this holiday season. I can't remember the year, but maybe it was like 2013, I guess. I think that was the year, 2013, maybe, or 2012. I can't remember, one of those two. And I was finishing my master's degree and I was doing all this stuff for my work and I was taking care of a family, commuting back and forth from Utah to Phoenix. Just all the things, ladies. And I remember feeling so burnt out. I was just going through the motions. I was eating all the things too, I just felt like I was just looking for any way to rest. And I wasn't feeding my soul. I wasn't taking care of myself. And I really was just so burnt out. So here's my take on what to do. Number one, allow yourself to feel the emotions, right? Allow yourself. Ladies, we've all been on our knees, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where we're just like, something horrible's happened, or, you're in the process of something, right? Just really life-changing, devastating. And you felt that emotion. And so I always say to myself, you don't need to be scared of it. We've already felt the worst emotion. We've already felt the one that brought you to the floor. So I handled it then and I can handle it now. And then put some space between feeling a negative emotion and doing something. So I allow myself to just go into my body and ask myself questions and breathe and feel the negative emotion. And then I like to take some space between that and actually doing something. So my example is, when I'm feeling sadness about my mom, I allow myself to feel sad. I allow myself to cry. And then I breathe and put some space between me and like doing something, like me and going to the pantry, me and doing something that would have a negative effect on what I want to do, right? And so allow yourself to just put some space. And how you do that is take a breath, right? I like to sometimes too, if it's really like a very urgent thought, like it feels intrusive, like you've got to go eat or you've got to get to the refrigerator, you got to order that thing on DoorDash or whatever it is. I like to just get up and walk around my house or go do something that is different from the spot where I was started to feel that emotion. So I can allow myself to process it. That's number one. Two, then I just get up. And that just disrupts that thought for me. Number two, let go of having the perfect holiday. I let go of this so long ago, actually, because I just needed to. It was just, oh my goodness, it was just so much pressure. I really just had to ask myself, what makes me happy? What makes me joyful? And then leave the comparison of what everyone else is doing. It doesn't matter. Great. You want to put up 2,200 lights? Go do it. If that makes you joyful and happy, great. But for me, it doesn't. I like a little strand of lights, but I, again, choose what makes me happy and joyful. And it's never a strand of lights. It's always being with my family, loving on my grandbabies, loving on Paul, right? Just that is what makes me happy. Loving up on my ladies. Oh my gosh, I love them. Right? That's what makes me happy. That's where I find the joy. So the perfect holiday, it doesn't exist. Number three, show up for yourself. Care for you. You're worth it. You're worth it, my love. I know. Did you need me to tell you that today? I know. Did you need to hear it? You are worth it. You are worth showing up for yourself and caring for yourself in simple, easy, doable things. Number four, which leads me right into it. Do something simple every day. Just something simple, right? Maybe it's I'm going to drink a little water today. Maybe it's I'm going to take a walk. Maybe it's, I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to take a breath. Maybe I'm just going to tell myself today, I got you, my love. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's just something simple. And again, I teach lots of different basics, 3 of them. If you're one of my Transform ladies, you know what to do. Just pick one. Right? If you're new to me, you can go and listen to, I think the easiest podcast, I think it's 206, 207, maybe. I don't know. We'll put it in the show notes. I can't remember right now, but it's 3 simple steps to get started. Just pick one. And then just again, something simple. every day, most days. Maybe there's a day you don't. Don't beat yourself up. Just take the next best action. And number 5, which I think is the most important of all, just show yourself some kindness and love, just like you would for anyone else. Just some kindness and love during this holiday season. All right, my love. Bye for now.